Hey, wow. Okay, yeah, I didn't actually think you'd look exactly the same. You even have the same stupid little smirk. Don't look at me. I don't know. It's weird seeing you again. Like my brain's still catching up. I half expected you to still have that old hoodie you used to wear everywhere. What was it? Blue? Grayish blue? The one with the hole in the sleeve? Yeah, that one. You said it was lucky. It wasn't. It was just falling apart. You know what's crazy? Standing here with you feels like nothing's changed. Even though everything has. Look at us. We're adults now, allegedly. We pay taxes. We go to work. We drink coffee instead of juice boxes. But somehow, it's still us. Still that same energy where you annoy me and I pretend not to like it. So, what have you been up to all this time? No, don't give me that generic, just working answer. I want the real version. Like, what do you actually do when no one's watching? Still stay up too late? Still forget to eat until your stomach protests? Yeah, I figured some things never change. You know, it's funny. I kept telling myself that if we ever ran into each other again, I'd be cool about it. Like, totally casual. Oh hey, long time no see. But now that you're actually here, I feel kinda nervous. No, not much. Just off balance. Like my brain's flipping through old memories faster than I can process them. Remember that summer we tried to build a treehouse? You said it'd be simple. We ended up with, what, 3 boards nailed together and a bruised thumb. And somehow we were so proud. You couldn't even climb it without it wobbling like crazy. And you made me promise not to tell anyone, which I obviously did. Immediately. You were so mad at me for like 2 whole hours. Then you showed up at my door with a popsicle and said, "Let's never fight again." You were dramatic, even back then. I missed that. Not just the popsicles, the usness. How we always found something dumb to laugh about, matter what. How easy everything felt. Like nothing could really go wrong as long as you were around. You're still doing that, by the way. That thing where you tilt your head when you're listening. Yeah, that you used to do that even in class. It's weird that I still notice that stuff. Huh? Guess some things just get stuck. Anyway, look at me rambling already. I was supposed to be all grown up and composed. Instead, I'm just standing here talking about tree houses and juice boxes. It really has been a while, huh? But it's nice seeing you again. You haven't changed much, except maybe your voice got a little softer. Or maybe it's just the way you're talking to me. You know what's weird? The way everything around here feels smaller. Like the streets, the park, even the sky. Somehow, when we were kids, it all felt huge. Like the world just went on forever. Now it's just a few turns from the bus stop. Remember how we used to ride our bikes down that hill? The one next to the big oak tree. You always went first. I used to swear you were fearless. Or maybe just reckless. You fell so many times. And every time I'd yell, you're gonna break something. And you'd grin like a maniac and say, worth it. I still can't believe we thought putting cardboard in our sleeves made us superheroes. You made me a cape out of an old blanket. I tripped over it immediately. You said it was a design flaw, like we were in some kind of official hero lab. God, we were such idiots. Do you remember the old convenience store near the corner? We used to save up coins just to buy those terrible slushies that stained our tongues blue. You always went for grip. I always said it tasted like cough syrup. You said that made it fancier. I think about that sometimes when I see kids outside the same store. Makes me feel, I don't know, old or just nostalgic. And that summer, the really hot one, when we tried to sleep in the backyard because we wanted to camp. We didn't even make it past midnight. You started telling ghost stories. I got scared, and we both ran back inside. Your mom found us hiding behind the couch, eating chips. She just shook her head and said, "So much for the brave explorers." We laughed so hard we cried. You know, I thought I'd outgrow missing those days, that I'd get busy, move on, and stop replaying them in my head. Guess not. Because sometimes I'll be walking home late, and I'll catch a smell of cut grass or hear a bike chain rattle. And it's like my brain just teleports back there, back to the sound of your laugh echoing down the street, back to the way we thought summer would last forever. It's strange, isn't it? All the little things that stick, the stupid jokes, the sound of the rain hitting the tin roof of your board, even the way we used to sit under that flickering streetlight, pretending it was our secret base. I mean, I've met so many people since then. Different cities, different jobs, different everything. But somehow, none of it feels as real. Not like that. Not like us. I used to think it was just childhood nostalgia. You know, missing the simplicity, the freedom, the summers that felt endless. But lately I started realizing something. When I think about all those moments, it's not really the places I miss, or the time. It's you. You are in all of it. Every memory that actually mattered. And without you there, it's just empty snapshots. Sorry. That sounded way too heavy, didn't it? Forget I said that. Just pretend I'm still the kid tripping over her blanket cape. Makes it easier. I miss you. You know what's funny? I didn't even plan to say that out loud. It just slipped, like my mouth decided before my brain caught up. I miss you. There, I said it again. And it still feels weird. Not bad, weird, just too real. You'd think after all this time, I'd have learned how to sound normal around you. But no. Apparently, my emotional maturity peaked in high school. Don't look at me like that. I didn't mean it in a dramatic way. It's not like that. I mean, okay, maybe a little like that, but mostly I just miss having you around. You used to be there for everything. Every dumb idea, every failed experiment, every meltdown over something that didn't even matter. You were the constant, the you'll be fine person, the stop overthinking person, the let's just go outside person. And then, one day, you weren't. And I didn't even realize how quiet everything got until way later. I know. People grow up. They move. They change. I did too. It just... No one tells you that some people are like gravity. You don't notice what they hold together until they are gone. Wow. Okay. That was way too deep for a random catch-up conversation. Huh? This is what happens when you let me talk without supervision. I swear, I'm fine. I'm not, like, spiraling or anything. I got friends, a job, a life. It's just... sometimes I'll see something, like a movie we used to quote, or a road that kinda looks like the one by your house, and suddenly I'm back there. Like last month, I saw someone wearing the same backpack you used to have, the one with that ridiculous patch you sewed on, and actually stopped walking. Like my brain when, oh, there he is. And then, obviously, it wasn't you. But for a second, it felt like it could be. You know what the worst part is? I tell myself I'm over it. That is just nostalgia. But then say something. Some stupid. Little joke you've always said. And suddenly, every part of me remembers. I miss your love. The way you never texted back properly. Just sent those short, guarded messages that somehow still sounded like you. I miss the quiet too. Those late nights when we didn't even need to talk. We'd just exist near each other. It was enough. And here I am, still talking like we're sitting on that same porch, watching the streetlights flicker, waiting for the first stars to show up. Except now, it's years later, and everything's different, but also not. You know what's crazy? I think part of me kept expecting we'd just pick up where we left off, like time would pause for us, like it always did. But I guess it doesn't work like that, does it? People drift, and then you run into them one random evening, and your chest hurts in this tiny, ridiculous way, because you didn't realize how much you needed that familiar face. You're smiling. Don't. I'm serious. Okay. Maybe a little not serious. But still, you can't just smile like that and expect me to stay composed. What do you mean, composed? I'm very composed. This is just extremely honest multitasking. Talking, rambling, avoiding eye contact. Totally composed. Anyway, I miss you. There, third time's the charm. I'll stop pretending I meant the old days, because I didn't. I and you. And I probably shouldn't have said that. But now that I have, I don't really want to take it back. You know what's even more ridiculous? Part of me hopes you'll say it too. Just once. So I know I'm not the only one still standing in the same place, looking back. You know what's funny? When we were kids, I used to think we'd just always be like that, sitting on the curb after school, eating cheap snacks, talking about nothing. And now, here we are, still talking about nothing, but somehow it feels different, like every word means a little more than it used to. You changed, not in a bad way, just in a kind of way that makes me realize how much time actually passed. You laugh quieter now. You think before you speak. And sometimes when you're lost in thought, I can see that same look you had back then, when you were trying to hide that you cared too much. I missed that look. I missed you, not just the you from back then, but this one too, the one sitting in front of me right now, the one I somehow still remember the exact way your voice sounds when you say my name, the one I never really stopped waiting for, even when I said I was fine. You know, I kept trying to tell myself it was just nostalgia, that what I missed was the feeling of being a kid again. Carefree, stupid, unafraid. But that's not true. It wasn't about the time. It was about the person. It was about you. I don't want this to be one of those what-if things. I don't want to look back years from now and think, I should have said something. So I'm saying it now. I missed you. And maybe I still do. Every day in small ways. When something funny happens, and I think you'd laugh at this. When it rains, and I remember how you used to complain about your hair getting frizzy. When I hear your name somewhere, and it feels like the air stops for a second. Maybe I'm being too honest. Maybe I'm late. But I don't care. Because you were always the person I came back to. Even when I didn't know where else to go. So, if you'll let me, I'd like to stay this time. Not as the kid who used to chase you around the playground, but as the idiot who still remembers every time you smiled at me. As the person who's been missing you for way too long. I don't know what this means for you. I don't even know what it means for me yet. But if you still see that same little piece of us somewhere in all the years that pass, then maybe we can start again. Not from the beginning, but from right here. Because right here is exactly where I want to be.